Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Beyond Stuffs Weekly Wrap. My name is Brian Chevrolet, and I'm joined by Luis Vasquez. How you doing, Luis?
I'm doing great, having a nice day of work and surviving the pandemic as we speak.
Yeah, I've been prepping things up for the anniversary show of the Nonsense Stuff show here on the studio. So hopefully, when the day comes, everything is well. But I'm not gonna talk about the future. I'm gonna talk about the news that we've received over the last week. Now, one of those is that, for no surprise, Ludwig Göransson is returning to compose the second season of The Mandalorian. Speaking to Deadline, he says we started a couple of months ago, and I'm extremely excited. John's taking the story into places that I didn't know existed, and I think it's fun. Now, what do you think about this news, Liz?
Yeah, I think it's great. I'm glad that he's back because he made a really memorable, score in the first season. So I hope he comes out with a great one on this one.
Yeah, I still keep listening to the Mandalorian's theme song. Is my favorite Star Wars theme right now.
Oh, really?
Second to obviously the Empire March and Ray's theme, because I really love John Williams' work in the sequel trilogy. So this was a no-brainer. I think only in a couple of seconds, Ludwig managed to make a memorable theme for that suits well to the Star Wars brand. So I'm very happy that they started working on the score. That means we are getting closer to the Mandalorian season 2. So far it's gonna be coming on October, hopefully. So I cannot wait to see that thing. Now, the second news of the week is, of course, the Shazam update that we received. Now, uh, we saw in the director of Shazam's Twitter that he released like a little tease using like fake reviews of the second movie, and apparently the Illuminati, yeah, they say that they are set to be starting around February to start shooting the movie. Obviously, uh, using the COVID-19 situation, keeping social distancing. But apparently, they're ready to start shooting. Apparently, the script is nearly done. What do you think about this news?
I hope it's great. And yes, I know that we're living during hard times, but I'm glad that they're gonna get the jump done and eventually make a good movie because the first one I had a blast. I never read the comics, but I seriously enjoyed the movie from beginning to end. So I hope the second one could be as equally as good as the first one. I know that sequels usually aren't good as the first one, but I just hope it comes out great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first Shazam movie. It was a really nice change of tone when it comes to what the whole DC universe started on with Man of Steel and everything. So it was a welcome change for me. I really enjoy Zachary Levi's performance as Shazam. I only had like a brief knowledge of who Shazam was, possibly in the worst place I could have seen him at, in the Flashpoint animated film, which I got traumatized with that movie a little bit with these characters. But nonetheless, I'm very, very excited to see what they do with the second one. Now that Black Adam is around the corner as well, I cannot wait to see what they do with Zachary Levi and The Rocket when they eventually cross paths. Now, the third news of the week, of course, is that Tron is coming back. In a series of tweets, Jared Leto announced that he's involved with a Tron revival for Disney, and director Garth Davis is gonna be involved as well. But Jared Leto deleted a tweet revealing the movie's working title, which is Tron Ares. Now, I'm a very big fan of Tron Legacy. I didn't see the original. I'm hoping to see the original very soon because I think it's on Disney Plus. What do you think about this news?
Yeah, I think that is really great.
Oops, I lost you.
Really interesting that
Wait.
do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay,
don't
probando
worry.
uno, dos, tres.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's interesting that they're keeping everything on the wraps. With Jared Leto, I trust him as an actor. I know that everyone hated him as the Joker in Suicide Squad. I also hate him too, but when you see him in movies like Breaking for a Dream, Mr. Nobody, he can Dallas Buyers Club, he can pull out an act. Um, Obviously my patience is low because yeah, I think there are coming a lot of superhero comic book movies, but we'll see how it goes.
I think one of the most memorable things about Tron Legacy for me was the soundtrack by Daft Punk. So one of the first things that Disney should do before even starting production of this movie is to start calling Daft Punk in order to bring them back for the soundtrack for the next movie. Now, I heard it's like a revival of the Tron brand. I would have loved to see like a direct sequel to Tron Legacy. I know it didn't perform well in the box office. It is a cult classic, but just like Blade Runner 2049. But
Yeah,
I think we deserve to explore even further this world with the same characters that we know already. So, and adding Jared Leto to the mix. I mean, I'm one of the guys that does not completely judge Jared Leto's work as the Joker. I think in order to really judge it, we wouldn't need to see a little bit more screen time of the Joker to really have a taste of what Jared Leto was aiming for his performance. And I still believe Jared Leto could be a good Joker. So maybe if HBO Max is listening, give us the David Ayer cut. Maybe we'll be able to see that awesome Joker that he was planning to portray in the first place. Now, next to in the line is of course the this MCU rumor that started like running this week, from Murphy's Multiverse. He reports that there's like a the studio of Marvel Studios is looking to cast a Joel Kinnaman type actor for the next Spider-Man movie, and the way he phrased it in the article, it leads you to believe that they're looking for Craven the Hunter. Uh, but this is the thing. This number one. This is just a rumor. This is just a speculation from the site. I there's no mention of Craven the Hunter anywhere. But they're looking for a Joel Kinnaman type, just like they started looking for a no, Alison Brie type actor for She-Hulk. So it's not doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for that actor. They're just looking someone that comes close to him for a undisclosed role for Spider-Man 3. Now, what do you think about this rumor and what people are starting to speculate over this thing?
well,
Oh, the internet sucks
it's just
today.
enough. Yeah, yes, I really don't trust on the internet because they usually say things, then it comes out something completely difficult. Like, for example, when Avatar, the Last Airbender, the series, not the movie, the series
Yeah,
came out, there was supposedly this rumor that towards at the end of, I think, chapter 12, a new Airbender was gonna come out. So, Aang wasn't gonna be the last Airbender. There were other Airbenders, but
yeah,
no, it came out complete lie. So, I seriously don't trust this rumor at all.
yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
trust
it
rumors.
could mean anything because people are starting to like jump the gun and say, "Oh, is Craven the Hunter confirmed for Simon 3?" I read the article. It doesn't come close to that at all. The person who wrote the article is just speculating that maybe in his mind, a Joe Kinnaman type of actor, judging the physics and
Yeah,
he could fit the role of Craven. Doesn't mean we're gonna see Craven the Hunter. I would love to see Craven the Hunter because, for what I hear, he's a very interesting villain for Spider-Man. I really like the trend that they're introducing villain that they haven't introduced in the past Spider-Man movies. So fingers crossed. Hopefully, this speculation comes true. Who knows? Now, for the last news of the day, you mentioned Avatar, so that's what we're closing in today. Now, there's a big news that hit the internet a couple of days ago that the original creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Michael Dante Di Martino and Bryan Konietzko, left the project due to creative differences. Yeah, Netflix is working on a live action adaptation for Netflix, and Netflix has responded that they have shown, although they have chosen to depart the project, they are very confident in their creative team that they have over there at Netflix. And the last thing that I heard researching this news is that apparently the main reason why the original showrunners left the project is because they were asking for a higher budget, and Netflix thinks they're already spending too much on the project. What do you think about this news, Luis?
Okay, Avatar: The Last Airbender. In order to adapt it into a movie or in a TV show live action, it's extremely difficult. It's like if I was able to adapt the book, War and Peace, in just one movie, because it's like approximately 1,500 pages.
Yeah,
You got 20 episodes in each season with, a lot of culture, a lot of history, a lot of visual effects, costume designs, art directions. It's a near impossible task, like they did
yeah.
with, Game of Thrones. So it's extremely difficult, and I really felt sad that the showrunners left Netflix due to creative differences, because they're the showrunners; they know what's going on. And Netflix, I hope it pulls a good job, but it's gonna be hard for them because we know what M. Night Shyamalan did with The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
I freaking hated that movie from beginning to end. And just to tell you a funny story, my brother, who's really young, he actually bought the movie, and me and my best friend, we watched the deleted scenes, and they were so
Yeah.
bad that I made my best friend have a headache.
No, I started watching the original show a little bit ago. I'm still around the first season because the funny thing is, just when the show was starting to get released on Nickelodeon, that was around the same time that my mom and my dad got rid of the cable TV. So I wasn't fortunate enough to watch the show at that time. But now that it is on Netflix, it's much easier for me to watch, and they just released Korra as well, so I cannot wait to dive into it fully. And I remember the backlash of the movie. It was so bad, nobody wanted even to talk about that movie, and they are completely denying it from existence, just like everybody denies Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the Dragon Ball Evolution movie. And I don't blame them. The thing about the showrunners leaving the project, if it is just that they just wanted a higher budget, then I think Netflix was right to just not continue with working with them because again, we see Netflix is spending a lot when it comes to original content. We see them creating things like the Umbrella Academy and films like Project Power and everything. So they're spending a lot of money bringing in original programming to Netflix. So I do not blame them for not wanting to spend much more on Avatar. It could result to work well or not. I think Netflix has gained enough trust from the public for us to trust the Netflix machines to see what happens. I mean, everybody was worried that things were gonna go the other way when Scott Derrickson left Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, but they brought in Sam Raimi, and now everyone's happy. And of course, we know the first director of the latest Planet of the Apes movies. He left, then came in Matt Reeves, and now those other two movies are memorable. So we just have to trust the process of producing and the filmmaking of this series, and let's just hope for the best. Nothing can get worse than the M Night Shyamalan movie. So
Yeah.
I think we can trust Netflix on this. Well, we already have the Death Note live action movie, so
Oh, don't remind me of that.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I still trust them because even though I didn't like the first few episodes of the Umbrella Academy, they eventually won me over. So they won me over
yeah,
with
yeah.
Umbrella
I
Academy.
agree.
They won me over with Umbrella Academy with every other original show like Glow, like House of Cards and everything. I trust them completely. So as long as the creative team behind the project are just as big fans to the original material, which is the animated shows and everything. Hopefully things will go well. So we just have to wait and see. There's no date for the release of this live action series. Hopefully everything turns out for the better, and hopefully we get multiple seasons of this because so far I'm loving the animated series. Cannot wait to finish watching it and rewatching it again because I believe in the hype of Avatar. So we shall wait and see. Now,
Also,
yeah.
I wanted to say, about the last Airbender movie. There used to be a channel called Reese Channel in
Mhm.
which they interview like the fans, the people that premiere, and when they did it for the last Airbender, everyone hated. Everyone was so angry that even one of them said, "I should have gone and seen Twilight." That's how bad it was.
I mean, I cannot judge people that like Twilight. I mean, they're there. I mean, made money, so something's good in those movies. So we shall see with this new project. I have my fingers crossed. Netflix has gained my trust. So, well, I'm still a little bit mad that they canceled one day at a time, but Pop TV renewed it, so we're good. Anyways, thank you
See.
so much for watching new episode of the Weekly Wrap. Where can the guys find you, Luis?
You can follow me on Instagram under Luis Andres Potter or simply Luis Vasquez.
You can also guys find me at it's the one nerd on Twitter and every single Beyond Stuff social media at Beyond Stuff PR, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can find me there. You'll see updates and hopefully soon. We're gonna be doing another one of this next week, and of course, the Nonsense Stuff Show is gonna be coming back in 2 weeks, talking about DC fandom and the future of DC. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.
See ya.